Welcome to Betweenplays Stock Market Strategies, and once again here with Alex, Crypto with Alex. So, Al, how you doing, man?
Amazing, amazing. You.
I'm all right. I'm all right. I don't know if we were supposed to do some stuff on Ripple and what was going on there, but then some other things I was looking at that came up. I thought was really interesting that maybe we could talk about, and then we can go through the Ripple stuff. I think it's probably all in the same vibe, of what's
Yes.
going on. But I don't know if you saw that thing on tornado uh and I was just going, wow, so is it an attack on Bitcoin? Like, I mean, we're starting to see certain events that's going on. And this whole thing with tornado, I mean, look, they're just trying to destroy Bitcoin, right? From Is it because they're afraid of what's going to happen in the future with Bitcoin, because it's a challenge to the United States dollar? No, it's a different asset. But what's going on with this tornado thing? Like, what do you think?
I think it's not Bitcoin anymore. We have to think of it's the crypto industry. I think, yeah, they are scared of the crypto industry. That's for sure. They're scared of not everything. They're scared of some of them. XRP is pretty darn obvious that they're actually scared of them to take over the Swift system. That's why they're doing what they're doing. That's another subject. I think the tornado thing is they're trying to attack the cryptos and that are used for money laundering. And they're also using tornado to try to tornado. Basically, it's it's the way for people that actually have Bitcoin to try to hide their Bitcoin. So they're trying to make it so that it's anonymous. But what's dangerous with that, with the tornado thing, is that some of the Bitcoins can actually become worthless, because if they're if they're linked with the tornado, then those Bitcoins are seen as Bitcoins are tried to be a money laundering, so they might not be used anymore. So that's it depends on how you see it. Do you think that it's an attack on Bitcoin itself or the crypto industry? I think it's more the crypto industry. They want to make sure that it's legal. They want to make sure that everything goes on properly. And I actually sort of agree with them. Actually, I know a lot of people in the crypto industry, they don't agree with that. They think of I don't know, you should let it be the free market and everything like that. But you need some type of regulation. You need some type of clarity, and for people to come into the industry and for money to keep on flowing in. I think it's super important.
Okay, yeah, you need some type of regulation. Yeah, okay. So, like, it's like in humanity, right? We're regulated by, depending on, I guess, don't hurt each other and type stuff. So there's regulation and
Yeah,
everything, so to speak, right?
laws,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
certain things, that we have to keep in place in order for civility, I guess. But
exactly.
and I guess in the Bitcoin industry, or just the crypto industry, I mean, we don't want, I guess, to have places where things are hidden. And then, but Bitcoin itself, there's a limited quantity. Okay, there's a lot, but there's a limited quantity nonetheless.
21 million.
21 million. And if you start hiding like Bitcoin and stuff, like, it's sort of like is no longer available or accessible, and people don't know where it's going. So is that why it would make it not valuable? Or is that,
It's like as if it would taint a Bitcoin.
yeah,
Like, let's say that this Bitcoin was used for money laundering, it could be like tainted. Be like, okay,
yeah.
this one might not be. So we're not 100% sure. I mean, that might happen. It might not, but that's one of the dangers. But as I said, I don't think it's an attack on Bitcoin at all. I don't think it's the government saying we got to get it out. I think they're just trying to clean the system, trying to regulate it a bit more, so that well, we can talk about it afterwards, but I think it's pretty linked to what's going on in Canada as well, whether you like it or not. But that's I think it's the same type of
So in Canada, you talking about, like, basically, we're what you're trying to say is that we're so young in the stages of this new asset class, as we had spoken about in the last
absolutely.
video. Okay, that we're sort of like we're feeling it out. We're saying this is not going to be allowed. This is going to be allowed, but we're not really sure. And I know where you're going with this thing with Canada, because we're Canada's sort of like a test country.
Yeah.
And I know we were talking a little bit about that before the show. Maybe to elaborate to the viewers, what do you think? What do you mean by Canada being like a test country to who? Like for what?
Well, I think it's pretty much a test country for US and maybe other countries from the West. I mean, look at the pot industry, right? We were the first one to legalize it in North America, and then after that came the pot companies on the Toronto Stock Exchange. The Americans were looking closely what's going on with that, and then after that, obviously for the crypto world, we're the first ones to have ETFs, right? That's super important, and the Americans haven't said yes to it yet. So they're looking at it, seeing how it's going. Is it going well? Is it because it's a big step, right?
Yeah.
And the US is such a big market, so much bigger than Canada.
Yeah.
Before you try it out on such a big market, you might as well try it on a smaller market,
Yeah.
where
That's
the
true.
implications are, smaller,
Yeah.
if I can say that way.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's basically why I'm saying that Canada is the testing grounds for the US for
For
the crypto market.
cryptocurrency,
Yeah, yeah.
for cryptocurrency in general. Okay. And, if we think about XRP, what's going on with them in the SEC, we won't get into that because that's a whole other subject for another time. But if we look at what's happening with the XRP over there, and then we look at what's happening with, I guess, a trading wallet, is that what we want to call it? Like Tornado is what, a trading wallet or?
Well, it's an type of exchange, where people can go over there, and that's one of the many exchanges is that exchanges that
Yeah.
the government wants to attack, and there's an article you talked to me about the Canadian government saying, well, you can't, for the big companies, can't allocate more than 1% into the crypto exchanges. Maybe it's their way of saying, well, listen, they're not regulated. It's still wild, wild west. So
Yeah.
there's a lot. You guys have a lot of money that is owned or by other people, and you're managing it. So be careful what you're doing. Is it
Yeah.
them trying to be, are they overreaching? I don't know. All I gotta say is that the exchanges are pretty young, and we've seen it with Celsius. We've seen it with all the other
How
companies
about Luna?
that are going down. They just filed a Chapter 11.
And how about
Uh,
like Luna? I mean, people had so much money in Luna.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Oh,
That Luna is another thing. It's those new it's you said it's so young. I mean, Luna is this huge, like, universal university experiment, it's a decentralized idea. It's grandiose and everything like that, but in real life, in theory it works. In real life it's another story,
oh,
it didn't work that time.
we saw that it was like it went up pretty high and then went below, and it's like I don't know, how many decimals below zero it is right
Oh, it's
now.
worth nothing.
Yeah, it's just crazy. People
Yeah.
had so much money riding on that. So, I mean, we're still in a new asset class, and so it's not really an attack on cryptocurrency, but it's more a regulation that we're looking at to say, well, we don't want this type of stuff happening, and that's
Yes, exactly.
what the tornado thing is. So, listen, I think that just to understand the whole exchange thing and the regulation, we hit it up on tornado, to use it as a platform, as a springboard, basically, to probably end up speaking a little bit about the XRP Ripple, and the SEC, because I mean it's part of this whole thing to say we want you to be able to do this. Are you a security? Are you not a security? And and I think it's important that we talk about this with the public. So, Al, thanks once again for being here on Betweenplays Stock Market Strategies, Crypto with Alex. We'll see you again next week. And hopefully, maybe we can get into the whole Ripple, because it's just something that's really been, I think, interesting. I think people need to know what's going on with that.
Yes, we will. See you next
All right,
week.
Al. See you next week. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Betweenplays Stock Market Strategies. Hit the like and the subscribe button. Head off into our description below if you'd like to know where all of our social media links are, and also the podcast, whether it be Apple or Spotify. We will be doing interviews with CEOs, with analysts, and it's not only on the stock market itself, but also on cryptocurrencies and blockchains. We will have guest speakers. We will be doing panels. You will be able to enjoy a lot of different content. Have a great day, and always remember, research, prepare, plan, execute. Stay strong.